Hey, what's going on, guys? Joe with OMGRC here. So today I asked the question, Castle Creations or Hobbywing, which one's faster? So what we have in front of us as of right now, we already have a baseline from the previous run that you guys saw. If you didn't see it, you'll definitely want to check that out. We ran this Castle Creations Mamba Monster 2 with the 2200 kV motor. And now the question, we went 59 miles an hour. The question is now, will the Hobbywing system be any faster? Or will it be slower? Or will it be just the same? Now, what we're sitting here in front of us is going to be, this is the Max 8 RTR electronic speed controller from Hobbywing. And also, as far as the motor goes, this is a 4274 Hobbywing motor as well. So the question is, what do you guys think? That's the question. Which one will be faster? Let's go ahead and get this thing installed. Let's get this thing on the street and see how fast it goes. All right, guys, let me go ahead and pull this motor out and the electronic speed controller. That way we can do a little comparison as far as the two, as far as the Hobbywing and the Castle Creations. So let me get that stuff out real quick. All right, so I was able to get the electronic speed controller out, and as far as the motor mount, well, it's kind of stuck to this motor as of right now, which is fun. Both screws stripped on me. Awesome. Anyway, when it comes to the motors are the same size anyhow. Now, as far as the electronic speed controller goes too, again, I just left this double stick tape on there as of right now. That will be cleaned up. But as far as the Hobbywing, you know, it's a little bit bigger. As far as anything else like that, well, I mean, you're just talking not really any more on the width part of it, but length, there's just a little bit more on the Hobbywing. One has to be reprogrammed because this thing has a drag brake set on it as of right now. So that needs to be all adjusted on it before getting a run going. Anyway, and of course, there you go. That's the motor mount. I hate these screws, man. It's like, I don't know what's the deal with those. Those steel things, they strip out so easy. It's just junk. All right, so let me go ahead, work on this little thing here now, and then I'll go ahead and put the electronic speed controller in as well. All right, now that I have the electronic speed controller in and the actual motor, I'll be able to test this thing out and see how it goes. So I'm hoping hopefully it'll go a little bit faster than the 59 miles an hour that the actual Mamba Monster went. So we'll see. Anyway, we'll go ahead and do a run here with the 6S system, and the batteries that we'll be running will be these power plants. These are the Peak Racing. These are the ones I already ran in there anyhow. The other a little dirty, but those are the ones I'm going to run because that's what I ran before with the Mamba Monster, and it got up to 59 miles an hour. So anyway, that's what's going to happen. So let's get started. All right, guys, so we're out here. We got the GPS in / phone. It's on 0 right now. We have the Hobbywing system in there, so that's the Max 8, and then we have our 4274 2200 kV motor from Hobbywing. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing going, see if it goes any faster. See what it did. Sneak a peek in there. I feel like it's still not adjusted correctly as far as the actual electronic speed controller. So, saw something 54 is the max. So it's slower, but I'm wondering if I can get more out of it. All right, guys, so what do you think about that? We put the Hobbywing system in there, and well, she did 54 miles an hour. I was kind of rooting for the Hobbywing system to go faster, or at least right at that same area. I did charge the batteries completely. There was no other tuning to it. I made sure, I even called Hobbywing to find out, making sure that the motor is where it needs to be at. And they did kind of say, well, if you buy it as an RTR, it's not going to be the best stuff or whatever like that. I'm like, well, it says Max 8 on it, RTR. So there's a question. I don't have a direct Hobbywing Max 8 electronic speed controller, even though it says Max 8 electronic speed controller. It is a Hobbywing. And as far as the 4274 electronic, as far as the motor goes, the brushless motor, it is that as well. Other than it doesn't say Hobbywing on the motor, but it says it's designed for monster trucks. And when I saw it designed for monster trucks, first thing I'm thinking is that motor's got definitely a little bit more resistance as far as when you turn the drive shaft. So I'm guessing it's probably have a little bit more torque. Those magnets definitely feel a little bit stronger than the actual Mamba Monster, but the Mamba Monster, well, it was faster. So I just want to clarify that with Hobbywing and everything, and apparently I don't see there being any difference, to be honest with you. Even though it says RTR, did they maybe change something else? I don't know what these companies are doing exactly behind the scenes when they put an RTR kit in, that they're saying, oh, we're going to give a little bit less here and a little bit less there. Because if that's the fact, then the only way to really determine is that I have to get that same system. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to spend that money, even though I can get it at cost. It still costs me money. And I think we're splitting hairs at that point in time. There's not enough there to go right for that, because it'd be pretty disappointing, like, oh, it went 55 miles an hour and that was it, or something like that. I don't see it doing anything faster. But if Hobbywing is there and like, hey, we want you to put this system in, then cool. Then I would run it and say, let's see if it's any faster. But at the end of the day, there's the choice. Now you kind of know that Castle Creations definitely has a little bit more power. Whatever they're doing, well, there you go. They're doing something. So that's what most people run that anyway. Also, I want to kind of ask you guys too, since you guys kind of chimed in before, so I appreciate that. Is that should we put the stock system back in and find out how fast it just goes out of the box, and then pump it up to put a 29 tooth pinion gear in there and see how fast it goes stock out of the box? Instead of the 17 tooth pinion gear, we do the 29 tooth. We'll probably have to do a little modification to the actual motor mount just to get it a little bit further away from the actual spur gear. But if that's something you guys want to check out and see on the channel, definitely let me know on that part of it. Anyway, I think that's going to be concluding this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. Also, you got it. Check out OMGRC.com for all your hobby goodness. Until next time, this is Joe with OMGRC. You guys take care. Later.